She's a very cool person. Okay, so this was the homework from lesson 71. Shh, everybody, this was the homework from lesson 71 that we did before the test, where we were doing some translations. Remember that? And vector translations and stuff like that. Actually, we did this on Tuesday. Okay. Today we're doing lesson 72, which is not bad, and then we're doing some ACT prep. Okay? And Carrick is online. Hi, Carrick. I hope you're having a lovely day. Okay, lesson 72. You ready? Mm-hmm. Tangents and circles. Okay. So you remember what a tangent line is?
It's the one that's tangent to the circle.
Good. And it
Like
meets it
across
90
the
degrees,
Only
right?
touches it once.
Only touches it once. Fantastic. So let's see. A tangent is a line that intersects a circle at exactly one point. The point of intersection is called the point of tangency. Okay. A common tangent is a tangent to two circles. Common tangents can be internal tangents or external. Okay. So these guys can be common tangents, or these guys can be. They are internal common tangents or external. Okay. External means outside, internal means inside. Good? Not too bad. Nothing totally mind-blowing yet. Okay. So remember 58.3, if two tangent segments are drawn to a circle from the same exterior point, they are congruent. So a lot of the problems we'll do today, we have that with those problems where they're congruent. Okay. So like this tangent is going to be congruent to this tangent. MR and PN are internal common tangents. Find the length of MQ. How would we do that?
We take
It's
them
72.
and cross multiply
Maybe.
them. Well, I think for 5 and X.
It seems like it would just be 12, wouldn't it? We don't do test corrections here.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably just 12.
But it's not actually.
Oh. Okay.
So I was wrong.
So we do cross. Oh, never
So
mind.
let's see. Let's think about this. Since we've got these two segments are the same, but I think these are the same. And well, I would think that those were the same because they're meeting at the same point.
What's this? I said 25.
Square root of 25?
2.
I don't know. Okay, since the two segments tangent to the circle from the same exterior point are congruent, so NQ is congruent to RQ. That's why I would think it would be 12. Oh, it is. Okay, so X is 12. That's what I thought at the beginning, but then I looked at something else. So that's 12 because this is the tangent line, right? This is tangent, that's
14.
tangent. Good. So then if we know that X is 12, we can plug that in for that guy.
Oh, you can plug it into the bottom one.
Or the bottom one. That's even easier. 12 plus 2, so we know that that line, MQ, yep, MQ will equal 14. Yes, 72. Okay, does that make sense? These points, this is going to equal this right here. And this one is going to equal that, which is why we know that X is 12. So then we could just put that 12 in for that guy or in for that one. Also fine. And then you get that MQ equals 14. Solve the problem. Okay? You okay with that? Now this is going to be mind-blowing. You're going to like this. Just kidding. Tangent circles are coplanar circles that intersect at exactly one point. They can be internally tangent or externally tangent. Okay? So like on the sides of each other or inside. Okay? So this is an internally tangent circle. Okay, so these guys right here. In the diagram, circle Q is tangent to M. Circle M. They're tangent to each other. And NP is tangent to Q. So this one would go tangent to circle Q. The radius of Q is 5 centimeters. The radius of M is 2 centimeters. That little guy right there is 2 centimeters. Find the area of triangle QNP. How would you do that? You want the area of this triangle.
They already have 1, 5 in front of them.
How would we do that? Does anybody know? Tadaki knows? Tadaki wants us to talk slower. Do you think we can do it? Just kidding. Intersect? Yeah? Is that what you said? Oh no. This would be 2 right there, right?
Yeah,
And then this part would be 5.
9, 5.
So this whole length right there would be 9. And the area of a triangle is what? Half the base times the height? Do we have the base?
Yes, it's 5.
Then what would the height be?
Oh, no.
And also that this works.
9 too.
What?
We could just do this.
So what do we know about tangent lines? They made a right angle, right? So this would be a right angle right here. Which means we could find out what this side is.
Oh,
And that could be our base and this could be our height,
exactly.
right?
Mhm.
So we could go, this is the hypotenuse right now. So it would be 5 squared plus whatever squared equals 9 squared, right? Because if we had this be x right here, is that how they're doing it? I wonder. So then that would be 25 plus
So 81
x squared
minus-
equals 81. Yes, so it was 81 minus 25. Goodness, we got fast with this one. 8, 7, 11, 6, 56. So x squared equals 56, so we need the square is 56, which is kind of sad because it's not actually a square, but that's okay. Let's simplify that. 2 and 28. Then that could be 2 and 14. 2 and 7. So these guys can get out. So we'd have 2 roots of 14 for our side leg. Come on. It has not been cooperating with my stuff today. Last. Okay, so what do we have? 2 roots of 14. Okay, so if that's my base. Okay, so 1/2 2 roots of 14 times my height is 5.
Can we get 2 to 14 as well?
What?
Because if you flip it and have
Yeah,
and just do that.
Yeah,
and then do
but
one.
I kind of like it right there because then I can just cut that down and that would be 1.
Yeah.
So then it would be 5 roots of 14. Would be my answer. That would be my area. Which if we put that in our handy dandy calculator, square root of 14 times 5, 18.7. Look at that, guys. We found the area of that just because of those properties of circles, radii, and Pythagorean theorem. Good job. Okay, that's kind of over. Let's see. Let's do an application because we have time. That's a bit. Okay, a car has a timing belt that consists of 2 pulleys and belts. Do any of you guys work on cars? Do you guys know how to work on cars? Anybody? Ashlyn, do you know how? Why you do? Nice, a little bit. Kind of a handy skill to have, a little bit. The car has a timing belt that consists of 2 pulleys and a belt. Okay, so they've got these pulleys and a belt as shown in the diagram. The belt runs around the 2 pulleys and is tangent to both of them. Nice. The dotted segments JI and JK have been drawn to the diagram to assist the finding of the distance between the two poles. Find IH and KL. Well, what do we know about these two? Because they're both tangent. That means they equal each other, right? So that means we can go 16x plus 1 equals x over 2. So then let's see. Let's try to combine our x's. Let's subtract x over 2 to both sides. Should we do that? Sure. And then actually let's subtract 16x. So that would be, let's subtract x over 6. That's the same way as writing it. So we'd have 1 equals x over 2 minus x minus over 6. So we can't do that because they're not the same denominator, right? So we got to times this guy by 3, that guy by 3. So we'd have 3x over 6 minus x over 6 equals 2x over 6. So 2x over 6 equals 1, right? Then multiply both sides by 6. 2x equals 6, and then x equals 3 because we divide both sides by 2. Is that what they wanted us to find? So x is 3. No, they want us to find out what that is. So 3 divided by 6 would be 1/2. 1/2 plus 1 would be 1.5. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because that would be 3. You're getting 2/3. What did I do wrong? Oh, 1.5. No, it is 1.5. Yeah. It is 1.5. So each one is 1.5 feet long. Okay. Let's do the homework for this one just because we can. That's hilarious. We've got some chat happening now online. Isaac and Carrick and Eve. Oh man, it's a big day for chat, guys. Okay. Now they're being loud. Actually, okay, so we're doing A through C with this. So not too bad, right? I guess it's all 3 of them. So let's do those 3 and then we can turn that in. And be done with that. And then we'll do the ACT prep, okay? So get out your paper. We have extra paper if you want it. There's not really any reason not to turn in any assignments. Okay, A looks like this. The diagram RT, in the diagram, RT and QU are tangents to the circles. Lovely. Find the length of RS.
What's less than this?
ST, this is 72. And SU. ST and SU are going to equal each other, right? RS is super easy. What is RS going to equal? Does anybody see that one right away? RS. We want to know what this one equals right here. Can you tell? Not quite. Look, it's the same as QS. They already told us. 8. So RS equals 8. Now ST, if we know that
16.
that would be 8 plus 3. Oh wait, no. So that would be 5. Would X equal 5?
You want ST?
Because 8 would equal X plus
You want
3.
ST, which is 16. Because if you do US,
X would equal 5.
which is tangent to ST, right?
What is tangent to ST?
US.
US, yes.
And
So
8 plus 8 is
those equal each
16.
other. Yes, except for X is actually 5. RS is 8.
Oh, okay.
So we did
So
8
it's
equals this, but RS equals 8. And then ST, if we know that X equals,
5,
yeah, S equals 5, and ST is what? 13, which means SU would also be 13. Easy, right? These tangent ones are great fun because they're just like, yeah, they equal each other, and that's what they want you to keep doing. Okay, B is kind of similar to the one we did a minute ago. Determine the area of the triangle PQR to the nearest square inch if P and Q are congruent tangent circles with radii of 6 inches each. So if that radius is 6, this radius is 6, this radius is 6, and that is tangent, then how are we going to find the area of this circle? We don't know the base again, right? But we know it is a right triangle. So we could pretend this is x. So we'd have x squared plus 6x equals, or 6 squared equals, not 36, sorry, 12 squared. Because you add them together, right? Does that make sense? X squared plus 6 squared equals that. So then x squared equals, this would be 36, this would be 144. What is it? 108? Square root of 108? No, that's not a square. That's too bad. That's a 9 and 12. So that's a 3 and 3. 3's can get out. And then 3 and 4, but they would stay in. So it would be 3 roots of 12 would be our base, 3 roots of 12. So then half the base times the height for our area. What is the height? 6?
Disneyland music next one.
Because they're trying to get
The
us
question is, why are
jealous.
we not?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Repeat that.
So then that would be 3 times 3 roots of 12, which would just be 9 roots of 12. Is that actually Disney?
Sound like it.
Square root of 12 times a 9. 31 square inches. So yeah, it's about this 31.12 inches, or 9 point root of 12 inches, and then 31.1.
That's your
Okay. Okay. Last one. A system of pulleys is shown below. What do you guys think Charles is doing? He can't hear if I go like this. What do you think Charles is doing?
I'm watching Weekend all day.
Nice, Charles. We need to turn in more homework so that Charles has something to do. Huh?
Wait, you need to do something. Just turn in random assignments that are actually math and statistics.
Yeah. And be like, here, find this out. Okay, so we can have this equal to this, right? We can set those equal to each other. 19 equals 5x minus 6. And then we add 6. Add
Which
what?
one is the answer to B?
25?
Oh,
So x equals 5.
6.
Oh, also, it would be 9 feet. Oh, they want us to solve for x. So x equals 5. Okay, that is how we do that problem. That's the homework for 72. Do you guys have questions? Kind of basic. These tangent circles are kind of basic problems. Okay, so feel free to turn that in so that Charles has something to do and he can grid.
31.1.
Or 9 roots of 12, whichever way you like to write it.
Our A.
What? A is this red one. Right here. That highlight.
What?
This is lesson 72. Okay, now we are going to see how smart you guys are.
Not smart.
You are. You guys are so smart. It's not a perfect square, so you could get out.
6.9.
Maybe
What's the
that's on your
square root
calculator.
of-
Also not a perfect square.
How do you find the square root?
So I would break it up. You can put them in decimals. You can just see what it is on decimals
You can
on your
use your
phone.
calculator.
On your calculator.
I can show you. I couldn't find it.
Did you find it? You can press down.
Didn't work.
Mine. I'm going to Facebook job. Okay. I was like, I think the H is somewhere else. I think it really isn't.
Okay.
Remember,
Goodness, this is long.
Caleb, you just inspired me. Whoops. You just inspired me. It's normal name.
Okay, I want to see who can get this.
J. Jacqueline.
See if you can solve these problems. This is good review and ACT prep. The parents are constantly saying we need more ACT prep. So
C.
Really? The parents are saying that?
yeah, your parent this morning called me. Okay, J and C and B saying B. You think?
I thought it was C. I think it's C. Yeah, I think
Okay.
C.
Got a couple votes.
I think
I mean,
B. Oh, I think B then.
Okay, so
I thought C.
B.
another one for B.
Whoa.
B.
It is B.
It's equals 2.
Yeah, I think C.
That's
B.
Hold on, please.
Am I just dumb? I think it's
Nobody's dumb. You might just get a problem wrong. It
My
doesn't mean.
brain.
Oh.
Let me grab a calculator. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah, it is B. My bad. I want to change my vote.
You want to change
I
it?
forgot PEMDAS.
PEMDAS matters, right?
Hang on.
So
Why
there's
did-
Caleb's vote.
What do you think, stupid, my dear Aunt Sally, after all?
That's what it is. Almost.
I think it's none of them.
F, none.
But
You're wrong.
Okay, let's see. If X is 2, we put a 2 in for this guy, right? Then we've got to multiply that
Yeah.
by 3 is 6.
oh, I did.
12 divided by 6, because we're doing parentheses first. That will be 2. Now we've got times 3 plus 10. So we do multiplication next.
Wait. So it is
3 times 2.
Now you vote for D.
You can.
Yay.
But 10 plus 6 equals
16.
16.
Okay, because I just did it on my calculator and gave you 34.
Yeah, be careful with calculators. Unless you and your calculator are such good friends, you know exactly how it works.
Usually it was nice.
It happens a lot where we're not entering it in how we want it.
This thing has started to be mean to me ever since yesterday. So that's just again.
Yeah, I don't know. And the different calculators just are.
I didn't have the one math, so I'm pretty sure it's over.
Okay, what about this one? You already know? I mean, maybe. I'm not saying what he said.
I forgot what those lines even mean.
That means the absolute value. You remember what that
Oh.
means? That means that it's the distance from 0, which means you get rid of the negative sign, basically.
So why is there negative on two of them?
Well, because.
Well,
See what you think first. So wait, what do we have votes for? G? Couple votes for G.
didn't you just say you get rid of the negative? I vote,
Well, 6 minus 4 would be 2, the absolute value of 2.
and then I would do 5.
The, 3 minus 8 would be a negative 5, right? So the absolute value of that would be 5. So then you'd have 2 minus 5,
Which is so G. Oh, and it's not.
which is
So
negative 3.
Oh,
Nice. Good job. Oh boy. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to that? That looks like a perfect square. What do you think? This one and that one?
Oh, that's it. Is that? Girls.
Okay.
You think J?
Let's get that.
How do we do that one? So this is the perfect square. This is the perfect square.
Yeah.
Like if we factored those out, right? Also, you could take a x squared out of all those guys and end up with. Also, why is it? Oh, look, this is like, I was thinking this is factoring. It's not factoring. This is just corralling animals. Do you guys remember about corralling animals? Did we talk about that in geometry? Or look, they have the same last name.
I remember the last name thing. But
So this is not this. I totally thought it was a factor problem. This is not a factor problem. Look, you've got like -4 horses minus 12 horses because
negative 4 horses.
they have the same name. So how many negative horses do we have?
16.
Negative
Too many.
16 horses.
Too many.
So this one is actually just. I thought we were factoring, but we're not factoring. They're just having you combine the animals. That's why it's J. Does that make sense? How that gets to be J?
Well, that's just, you just have to do -4 minus 12.
Yep. Because these terms are the same, like the exponent, the base, and the exponent are the same, you can combine those. So you have -4 minus 12 is a -16. Does that make sense? So you're basically just simplifying this and putting these guys in the same room because you can, because they're both x cubed. Okay? You remember that? You guys aren't even going to try this because you don't want to read it, huh? I know it already. Of the 180 students in a college course, a fourth of the students earn an A for the course, third of the B, and the rest of the students earn a C for the course. How many of the students earn a C for the course? What? You guys know what Jane's choosing. Are you getting the same answer? Sometimes he's not right. Sometimes he's
I believe in my own skills that during the interview I'll be able to do it.
Okay, so how did he do this? A fourth get an A, a third get a B, the rest earn C. So we want this to be 12. We want to turn to 12, is that what you said?
Yeah, make the common denominator 12.
Great. So we multiply that by 3, so that's got to be by 3, this by 4. So we have 3 plus 4, we would have 7/12, and we want to know what's left.
5 12.
So then we know what 5/12 of 180 students is, right? How did you do that in your head, James?
He's Jay, are we
I
surprised?
know, but I can't do math in my head.
But
Shouldn't say that. I am not very good
Yeah,
at
your
it.
whole job.
currently.
yeah, isn't that your job? Don't you get paid for this?
Not in my head. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Especially when I'm up in front of everybody, I totally can't do it in my head. When I go home, it's easier, but I just can't.
Yeah.
Okay, so we added these two together. We had 1/4 and plus 1/3. We got the same denominator. You do it to the bottom, you got to do it at the top. So then we ended up with 3/12 plus 4/12 was 7/12. So the rest of the kids got a C, which is 5/12 of this whole class. So 5/12 of, which you multiply 180, is 75. Charles? Hey, there's a bunch of papers to grade.
I do finish it.
Oh, dang it. I thought he was just laughing about this problem. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, what about this one? Try to beat Jayun, guys. See if you can.
I think we did it.
We did. You've seen it? Is that what you said? You've done this one?
I was making it Asian style. Expecting it
Yep. E and G line and C.
He's like a split second faster than I am.
That's good.
I think it's right.
Okay. So if we're wanting to find, what does it say? We want to find the length of AC all the way here, and it looks like it's just doubling, right? That proportion is the same. So that would be 14. This would be 12. You add all of those up. 14 plus 16 plus 12. And you get D, 42. Nice. I'm guessing the DEs would rather us be doing this with clickers or something because then they could answer it too. Okay. Manish drove from Chicago to Baton Rouge. At 8 a.m., he was 510 kilometers from Baton Rouge. At 1 p.m., he was 105 kilometers from Baton Rouge. Which of the following values is closest to Manish's average speed in kilometers per hour from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.?
81 H.
How?
105 minus 510, 405, 5 hour difference. Divide that by 5 is 81.
105 minus 510. Why'd you do that?
Because that's
Because
the,
to see how far he went,
yeah,
and that equals
405.
great. That's kilometers, right? Okay, and then we want to know the time. Is that right?
Yeah.
1 p.m. minus 8 a.m. is 5 hours. And then what did you do?
405.
Like 4 or 5 divided by 5?
Yeah.
Is that? And then you get what?
81.
Nice. 81.
There's a
Okay. This one.
You know, you talking to me?
What is that equivalent to? How would we do this one?
You smiley face it.
You mean like this?
Let's see.
Yeah.
So Jane's thinking this. First, outside, inside, last. So 4 times 3 would be 12c squared. Then we'd have minus 4cd minus 9cd. Is that right? Would be, let's see, this is 12c squared, and then this one would be plus 4cd. This would be minus 9cd, and then this one would be minus 3d squared. So we can combine these guys, right? Because we're not seeing any of these that match up. We've got to combine these terms, these like terms. So it would be negative 5cd, that one. Very good. You remember how to do that? We FOIL, first, outside, inside, last, and combine those two to get that middle term because they have the same last name. Okay. How about this one? The numbers 1 through 15 were each written on individual pieces of paper, one number per piece. When the 15 pieces of paper were put in a jar, one piece of paper will be drawn from the jar at random. What is the probability of drawing a piece of paper with a number less than 9 written on it? What do you think? There's a couple votes for E. So total there are 15 pieces of paper, right? Number less than 9, not equal to 9, so then it would be 8 15. E. All right. Okay, the number of fish in Skipper's Pond at the beginning of the year can be modeled by this equation. Okay, so we've got this exponential equation where x represents the number of years after the beginning of the year 2000. For example, 0 represents the beginning of 2000. X equals 1 is 2021 or 2001 and so forth. According to the model, how many fish were in Skipper's Pond at the beginning of 2006? What would my x be at 2006? Good. So 3 times 2 to the 6th. Right? So how many fish were there in 2006? What did you get? Is that what you got? E? Yep. So 2 to the 6th is what? 32, 64 times 3 is 192. Does that make sense how we did this? Where the x is the year after that, so that's how we're knowing to put the 6 right there in the exponent. Katerina runs 15 miles in 2.5 hours. What is the average number of minutes it takes her to run 1 mile? Fifteen miles. Minutes per mile. Miles per minute is what I want to get to. So I basically need to get rid of my hours, right? My hours, whoa, I did that wrong. Hours need to be on top. 1 hour, 60 minutes. So then we would have 15 on top. And then 60 times 2.5 is 150 on the bottom. Which is the 10th, right? 1/10 of a mile per minute. 1/10 of a mile per minute. Is that what they're asking us? Let's find out. What is the average number of minutes it takes her to run 1 mile? Okay, so if she's got 1/10, so she would need 10 minutes, right? Does that make sense? Every minute is 1/10 of a mile, so then to get to a full mile would be 10. Is that what you got, Jane?
Yes.
Okay, one more. How do you say one more in Chinese? Uno más.
What?
How do you say one more in German? Einmal. Chinese. How do you say one more? Yeah, like one more time. One more problem. It doesn't even sound familiar. I figured it would sound familiar, but it doesn't. Darn
You
it.
speak Chinese?
No. I know like
Then why would it sound
3
familiar?
words. My brother speaks Chinese all the time. My nieces and nephews speak Chinese all the time.
King Chong.
And so there are things that I pick up, but I don't know that one.
You can't say that.
Classic Will.
I
Okay.
don't like that that's classic.
It just seems like something he would say, right? Okay, this one.
Jordan, if you're watching this, you're gonna have to edit that.
What? You don't.
A bag contains 8 red marbles, 9 yellow marbles, and 7 green marbles. How many additional red marbles must be added to the 24 marbles already in the bag so the probability of randomly drawing a red marble is 3 out of
Wait,
5?
I've done this exact test before.
Are you sure?
What is this? Oh, okay.
What?
I'm playing these
16.
games on the board.
Okay, Jane's saying 16. How do you get that? We have 8 right now. It's 8 out of 24, right?
It was 3 years ago.
And we want to know what that would be to get to 3/5. How do you do that? Yeah, I know. It's way more active. We're talking about fixing cars. So if we have 8 24ths right now, it is about 1/3, right? And the difference of 1/3, so 3/5 minus 1/3. And if I change this to 15 and this to 15, or not to 15, I'm guessing Jane has an easier way to do this. It would be 9, and this would be 5, and then I would need 4. 9 minus 5 would be 4/15 is what I need more. But I need it in 24ths. I don't know how he's doing this, and it's not making this. But yeah, he got it. 16. How did you do that? Is it actually? Yep, and it is actually 16. Okay, so if we had 16 out of, oh, because we'd be adding another 16 there too. So 24 plus 16. Would be out of 40.
It just goes down the line and add, so adding.
You could go through each one of these and see which one makes sense. This one would end up being, if you divide by 4, would be 4 tenths, which is the same as 2 fifths. They want 3 fifths. Wait, did I do that wrong? Oh, not 16. That's 16 out of 40. This is 16. This is actually 24. 24 out of 40. Right? Because 16 plus
Yeah, you just do.
8 is. Yeah. So then that's how many red ones you would need, which that would end up being 3 fifths. And that's the answer for that one. Okay, next week we will start on lesson 73, 74, 75, and do a worksheet. And I think we're doing 76 too. If you have any questions, let me know. You guys did great on the test. Please get those in if you haven't gotten them in yet.
Yeah.
And have a fantastic weekend.
That's why you can get an email.
Yeah, but